Okay, in this video, I'd like to continue where I left off in last video, talking about the music video Obsession by Animotion from back in 1985. The video basically mirrors what I went through in real life, so we're taking this whole thing back to the future to understand it. This is what I'm talking about when I say I put the MT in MTV, because MTV stands for Mike Telasky's vision. So let's get into this whole thing so I can clarify what I'm talking about. Back in 1985, it's just like when this video came out, my parents got me this stereo that you see here. It's a dual cassette boombox made by a company called Sound Design. This is a key because sound is the designer of everything. What Edleed Scanlon of Coral Castle said is that sound is the base of everything. So when you think how a subwoofer works, you can both hear it and you can feel it at the same time. But it goes beyond what humans are capable of, so there's a point to which you can only hear it for so far down in the frequency spectrum to where you can only feel it. So there's like three things going on because everything's triplicate. So when they gave me this stereo in first grade, what I would do is, I'd listen to it all the time, but when I would go to sleep, I'd put it right up by my headboard, and I slept in this bunk bed on the top bunk. So I'd plug in my headphones, and I'd fall asleep listening to the music. So when I'd wake up in the morning, it'd still be playing. So this is how I got my rhythm, and how I wanted to figure out how the music was composed and put together with the songs and the lyrics. I wanted to figure all that stuff out. So this is what really kicked my whole music obsession into overdrive in 1985. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more background before we can go into this whole video, or else it won't make any sense. What I'm gonna do next is introduce the three girls that are tied to this whole thing and are represented symbolically in the 1985 video Obsession. So the first girl here, all these girls are super special, by the way, and this whole thing wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have met them. So the first girl here, her name is Kristen, and Kristen and I started dating in the fall of 2000. She was working as an X-ray tech. We moved to Asheville, North Carolina the day after Christmas in 2000. And that's when I started working as a construction engineering technician. So fast forward, Kristen and I split up, and I became friends with this girl here. Her name is Athena, and Athena's another super special girl. She worked at a bar in Asheville, and we became friends, and later we dated briefly, and then I moved back to Michigan in the fall of 2004. So fast forward to 1990 or 2000. Fast forward to 2008. In 2008, this is when I had the vision. And vision is basically what played out in the video for Obsession that I saw up in the sky here when I was doing magic. And I was asking to let me do my music and for free energy for the planet and to find my soulmate. So after that happened in the spring of 2009, I started dating this girl here. Her name is Jess, and she's super special as well. Her and I started working on music because her brother and I first started working on music when I originally came back to Michigan. This is off of her CD cover. She's a singer-songwriter. And I'm featured on one of the tracks here, number 9, Invincible, because 9's my number. I'm rapping 16 bars on that song, and I made 2 beats on her album here. So to fast forward again to 2019. Okay, in 2019, I started to see Kristen again. And this whole thing basically played out in the vision that I saw. And I couldn't understand this whole thing because there was a scene after the whole vision that I didn't understand. And I still don't understand it, but it's making more sense now. So what's going on with this whole thing? Once I start running the video, you're gonna see really quick all these similarities, what I'm talking about, and how I couldn't even see how this scenario could really even exist, but it happened. So I'm gonna go into this more in another video, so please stay tuned. Thanks for watching.